before you start to learn anything useful, you need to unlearn a few things, because a filled cup cannot accommodate any more water. And that's why if you have this in your mind already, then you won't be able to learn anything new. And that is why before learning how to make money, you need to understand that you need to unlearn psychological occupancy. What is psychological occupancy? Feeling that I am busy. Feeling that I have a lot to do. The feeling that I have no time. The feeling that I get tired at the end of the day. So we have felt like this. I have felt like this in the past. But trust me, guys, this is a feeling that doesn't let you grow or learn anything new in life. I'll give you an example. Why I'm not calling it occupancy, I'm calling it psychological occupancy, because it's all in the mind. It's all in your mind. Psychological. I've been interacting with people, and I'll give you two examples here. One example is actually a person who is like, I actually talked to a group of students who were studying in a private commerce college, a private BCom college, which didn't require attendance, which didn't require any rigorous project work. They just required students to give annual exams and get their degrees. And I was asking the students, how are you, like, how are you, why are you like not going to college, not attending sessions, not attending lectures? Why are you doing like this? They were like, most of them were enrolled for CA or CMA or professional finance courses, which required them to go for 4 hours or 5 hours of coaching every day. And that's why they said we cannot attend college. And college also understands this, so they are not asking them to attend. On the other side, I interacted with a few students from universities like Delhi University or Symbiosis or Christ, who had rigorous sessions, who had rigorous lectures, like 6 hours a day, 5 hours a day, and project works, events going around, right? And a lot of them also were pursuing finance courses, CA, CMA, CFA, FRM, even more advanced finance courses. I observed both of them, both the lot. There was one lot which was not going to college, who attended, let's say, CA classes for 4 hours a day, 10 to 2, 10 to 3. And then they were relaxing and then studying and then whatever they had to do. There was this other lot who were attending college from 8 to 12, attending CA classes from 1 to 5 or 6. And then they like hung around in the evening, did project work, events, etc. At the end of the tenure, every year, you would see the CA results. And can you guess which category of students came out as producing more CAs? Was it category 1, which is private college, or category 2, which is regular college? 1 or 2? Please type in the chat box. Anybody could say, like, even the parents of these students, category 1 students, were like, no, we don't want to stress our students much. How would he clear the CA exam? How would he clear the other exams if he goes to college? But the other category was attending college, doing project works, enjoying their life, enjoying their college life, and attending classes. The thing is here, psychological occupancy. And you can get away with that only when you surround yourself with the right atmosphere, with the right people. Because in category 1, everybody was laid back. Everybody was just making enough efforts, not more. And in category 2, everybody was stretching themselves. Attending college and attending CA classes and managing both was a normal thing. It was a norm there. And that is why they could, stretch their capacities, stretch their capabilities. And some of them were also like preparing for other exams. They even found more time. That is what is called psychological occupancy, which category 1 had, to the main chunk of this session. We'll divide this session into three parts. Okay. One would be, we'll be discussing some few basic skills, very basic skills, which you can use to start earning money like real quick, real quick. So number one would be skill sets. Okay. Number two would be where to learn. skill set तो पता चल गया, learn कहाँ से करोगे, कैसे करोगे? Simple ways to learn these skill sets. Okay, very simple ways. Number three, is to pitch. Learn कर लिया, अब बताओगे कैसे लोगों को कि we know this skill set, we have this skill set, we possess this skill sets. कैसे बताओगे? That is the third thing that we will be discussing. Number four and the last section would be ways to earn. Skill sets है, learn कर लिया है, लोगों को बता दिया कि हमारे पास है, अब earn कैसे करेंगे? This is how we will go ahead, right? If you are a person who understands graphic designing, who understands how to use simple softwares like Photoshop, you might want to take notes here, okay? Tools like Photoshop, tools like Adobe, as simple as a tool like Canva. You know, let me just write the names of those tools here. Photoshop, Adobe, Canva. You're sorted for 5 to 10K a month, trust me. 5 to 10,000 a month. You're easily sorted. You can go more, you can earn more. The more expertise you have, the more time you invest in this skill set, you can earn more. Not a problem. As simple as that. There are startups, there are brand agencies. Everybody wants to be on social media now. They cannot be just on social media without designs. They have to design posts, they have to design creatives, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and they need people who can design. They need people, and they need, like, they cannot invest. Everybody cannot invest. I invest on my Instagram somewhere around 10,000 per month. I invest on my LinkedIn around 10,000 per month. Now that agency hires freelancers, it hires interns, student interns who can design graphics, you know, who can design creatives. That's it. This simple skill can take you places. How would you learn it? YouTube. Or like, okay, we'll cover the learning part in the next section. This is the first skill that comes to my mind because in everyday life, I keep hearing this. The second skill is video production. And video production today is not like something that requires a camera or like that requires a team or a direction or something like that. Video production for you would be how to use your mobile phone properly to shoot a nice video, right? It requires understanding how to use a mobile phone. It requires understanding of softwares like InShots. If you have seen this software, if this app is there and you're just using this to edit your Instagram videos, then you are wasting your talent and time both. Because if you know how to use this tool, you're again sorted for, I don't know, 8,000 to 12,000 per month. A little advanced, not too much, a little advanced is Camtasia. This software comes, the license comes to around what, like 15,000 or 20,000 for lifetime. And this is an amazing video editing software. I learned it in 3 days, you know, now, like at this age, I'm 30 plus and I learned it in 3 days. Students can learn it in like 3 hours. College goers, you have a bright mindset, really high catching power. If you know how to use this tool, Camtasia, you're sorted for like 20,000 per month, at least 15,000 per month. It's such a good video editing tool. And oh my God, so many YouTubers, so many brand agencies, so many Instagram influencers, and so many people are looking podcasters are looking for people who know how to edit videos. Just like, adjusting the volumes, inducing some music, choosing, setting, like editing, like removing the unrequired, like not so required parts. That's it. That's it. Right? This is the second very important or a great skill. The third great skill here would be content writing. Now this does require a flair. You need to have a flair in English. You need to have a flair in storytelling. But a lot of us have this flair. If you don't have, you can develop it with practice. Content writers, student content writers are paid anywhere between 5,000 to 25,000 depending on their capability to write the content. I know people who charge 25,000 per month just to create content on LinkedIn. Like I'll just give them an idea of the post and they'll create posts for me on LinkedIn. They'll formulate it nicely. I know people who want to the extent of 25,000 per month. Just from one client, okay? I'm just talking about one client. It's not a job. 25,000 per month from one client. They might have 10 such clients with them. But if you have a flair in English, if you have a flair in storytelling, then this. Next. There is a good demand for coding or languages like Python. If you understand how to do the basic coding, if you know just one language, whether it's Java, Python, anything, one language. Oh my God, so many websites being designed, so many apps being developed, so much. But here you have to have a flair of technology. You have to have a flair of technology, right? You have to have the technical flair. You should have studied mathematics, a little bit of physics. That's how you develop interest in these things. Oh my God. I'll just write this later and even a simpler skill first, which is there is such a simple way to learn how to run Facebook or Instagram ads. I think Google teaches it free. There are a lot of YouTube videos who teach this for free. You just need to know how to use Facebook Business Manager. If you just learn how to use this, I'm not even saying there is an art in running good Facebook ads. It needs practice. But if you just know how to run the ads, there are agencies who are looking to hire students who just know how to run ads. That's it. To run Facebook, Instagram ads. That's it. You have agencies who are looking to do this. You just need to learn Facebook Business Manager. How does it work? Then I'm writing SEO or Google AdWords. Just look like how Facebook and Instagram ads work. There are Google ads as well. Again, simple to learn. 2 to 3 days, you can learn how Google AdWords work. And I'm not even saying you need to be an expert in that. Just learn the technical aspect of it. How to run an ad. What is required to run an ad. There are people who are ready to put their minds on which words to use, which hashtags to use, what kind of keywords would be there. They just need people who understand how to run it, because that flair of which words, which hashtags comes through experience. But technically, how to run the ads, you can learn it in a day or two, maybe maximum. If you decide to study with focus, to learn with focus. That is another skill that you can actually learn. There are more skills, but can you guys come up with some skill? I'm picking two of these, which are really good skills to have, really good skills to have. One is copywriting, which is designing the content for websites, app, or anything. And second is WordPress. My God, like WordPress has made it so simple. There is a portal, or there is a platform by WordPress called WPX, in which you don't even need to code. There are different, templates of websites already given. You just need to select the templates and start just putting in your content. That's it. Copyright, again, you would need a flair in English. You would need a flair of storytelling again. And also a little bit of flair of SEO. But WordPress, how to use WPX, templates, very simple. Like just imagine that you have millions of website templates already there. You need to create a website. You pick a template, you change pictures, you change the content, and then you make your website live. That is how you're creating your website. And people do need, there are a lot of people who just need simple websites. If you know how to use WordPress, if you have your hand on WPX, you have your money there. SEO, Dev has asked, SEO is actually search engine optimization, which is the use of right keywords while creating content on your website, or any of your posts. That is what SEO is. Oh yes. I have missed something, which I will write just now, which is photography. Again, not everybody is flair. Photography seems to be like promoted heavily by Indian movies, like Bollywood movies, and everybody wants to be a photographer. But if you can use a camera nicely, image requirements, video requirements, so it's very much related to graphic designing and video production, but using your camera nicely for good photos, good photographs, opens your way to earn more money. Okay. We'll cover two more skills here. Again, important. One really interesting, which is called a foreign language. If you're really good in any of these languages, whether it is Mandarin, whether it is Spanish, whether it is French or German, there is a huge requirement of interpreters, translators, not even just speaking, document translation, with the people who have learned foreign languages. Plus, there is a requirement of teachers. To teach students foreign languages, These languages, if you can learn these languages, again, you need to have a flair, not a skill that can be developed like real quick. It takes some time, but definitely something that you can use to earn more money, while you are in college. The last skill that I'll be covering here would be trading, equity investments. A lot of stock traders, brokers who are looking for interns, freelancers who understands how the investment pattern works. Trust me, there are people who will develop a skill, who will start their own thing, start their own trading, own investment. I'm not even going there. I'm not advising you, or I'm not covering that part where you can invest your own money and make more money. I'm just covering that part, that if you understand investments, if you understand how trading happens, then you can work as interns and part-timers and freelancers with stockbroking firms, and you can earn just enough money without risking your own money. You just need to understand the process, how it is done. These are the skill sets. I'm repeating, there might be more. You might go to Google, you might go to YouTube, simple skills that students can learn and make money. Just type it. You'll find a lot of skills. You can pick one skill which you think appeals more to you. That is totally fine, because more than the skill sets, how you attain it, how you learn it, and how you use it will decide whether you're able to learn or earn from it or not. So with this, I am moving to the next phase, which is actually how and where to learn these skill sets. If you want, you can take a screenshot of this. Perfect. Let's get more practical now. We know the skill sets. Let's now understand where to learn. The first and the simplest way, which I used to learn Camtasia, which I used to learn how to do online coaching, online career coaching, which I used to learn how to take online sessions like this on Zoom. The simplest and the most popular portal to learn things is what? Can you guess in the chat box? Simplest and the most popular portal to learn anything is what? Perfect. YouTube. I can say with fair confidence, with a fair level of confidence, whatever skills we have talked about, or even beyond, even more skills, you can all learn it just through YouTube. There are enough tutorials, there are enough sessions, enough content on YouTube for you to learn video editing, for you to learn WPX, for you to learn SEO, Google AdWords, Facebook, Instagram ads, graphic designing, everything. You can actually learn through YouTube. If you want to learn or go, to a little advanced level, if you think that you need to learn something at just not a basic level, but at an advanced level, you have started using it, the best way is to go through courses on either Udemy or Coursera, or there is an academy now. Why? The advantage of this is low cost, multiple choices. If you just want to learn graphic design, you will have like 100 people teaching graphic design. You can just go through the sessions and you can understand which one do you want to learn. Please don't do it for certificates. Nobody's going to look at the certificate that you have while hiring you. Doesn't matter. You need to learn a skill so that you can implement it. You can use it. And while you are checking these portals, checking these courses, check it from that mindset that you need to implement these skill sets, not just learn and gain certificate, give some exam. Okay. And that's why to check courses, you need to have the right mindset. When somebody is teaching you the implementation, you pick those courses, not the concepts. I don't want to learn what is Facebook. I don't want to learn the definition of Google Ads. I want to learn how Google Ads are run, how Facebook, Instagram ads are run. That is what I want to learn. So pick those courses. The third and the very important, like so I realized that I missed a very highly sought after skill in the list of these skill sets, which is data analytics. Data analytics is as simple as learning how to use Excel, or in like some advanced tools like Power BI or Tableau, etc. Very sought after skill sets. Oh my God, like if you know how to analyze data, you will be eligible for internship in the biggest of the firms like finance, marketing, market research, consultancies. Oh my God. Great skill to have, data analytics. And I was telling you the ways to learn. First is free mediums, which is YouTube or any other free medium through videos. Second is low cost courses, which give you multiple choices of the teachers. And the third and the most effective is one-to-one coaching. I really feel those who are serious about their career, about learning a new skill, should go for one-to-one coaching. Again, you have options in that. The general mode that one-to-one coaches follow is they will provide you a free workshop. For example, you search for, I want to learn graphic designing. Where to learn graphic designing? Best coach for graphic designing. You will start getting Instagram ads and sponsored videos about some coaches telling you how to learn graphic designing or data analytics or video production. And they will invite you for the free workshop, trust me. And you attend those free workshops. If you like the workshop, if you like the person, then you go for the paid course, which would be what? $499, $399, $299, max $999. Very less to earn a new skill, We spend thousands, lakhs to earn new degrees, which teach us nothing. To learn a new skill, 999 is nothing. And this is the best way. Why? Because you're getting coached one-to-one. There is a person who is teaching you. You can ask your doubts. You can ask questions. There are assignments. I've learned a lot of things through one-to-one coaching. I invested a lot of time and money in one-to-one coaching. And that is the best way to learn any new thing. So here is these skill sets. How you can learn? You start by free courses on YouTube, free tutorials. You won't even require, in a lot of these skills, you won't even require paid courses or paid learnings. Enough material on YouTube. If you think you want to go advanced, then you go for paid courses. The last way to learn anything new, if you know the basics, since let's say you know Photoshop, but you need to learn graphic designing more, you go for an internship. You go for freelancing. Now, students so undermine the importance of internships in India by constantly asking, would we be getting paid? Would we be getting, some stipend? Why? If you get a stipend, great, amazing thing, good motivation. But internships are the best way to learn, They're not teaching you, they are giving you work. You're actually implementing your knowledge at somebody else's risk. It's their work, it's their product. But you can actually use graphic design, you can actually use Photoshop. Things that you learn in your internships, I don't think you learn anywhere else, because you get to implement in the real life situations, real life work situations. And that is why the best way to brush a skill to go to the advanced level would be internships. This part is where to learn. You can just take a screenshot if you want. And then we'll move to the ways to pitch. How would you pitch yourself and your skill sets? Perfect. Ways to pitch. Let's say you have learned a skill, you have learned graphic designing, you have learned data analytics, you have learned video production, let's say you have learned WPX, WordPress. How would you tell people that you have learned that? If you are in your college, first thing first, you include that in your resume. Simple thing, basic thing, you have a resume. Create a one paragraph profile statement. Always keep this ready. Create a one paragraph profile statement. Whenever you want to send it to somebody, you send a resume and you also send this one paragraph of profile statement. What is a profile statement? I am Satyam Khandelwal. I specialize in career growth coaching. I am counseling and coaching students who want mindful career growth. I'm a soft skills trainer. I coach for interview preparations, resume building. That's it. 4-5 lines. Or let's say if you're a student, I am Satyam Khandelwal. I am a student of BTech, BBA, BCA. I am a coding enthusiast. I have learned languages like Python, Java, etc. I have done projects in these areas. That's 3-4 lines. So alongside your resume, you create a profile statement, which should include those skill sets which you have learned. I'm a pro in graphic designing. I understand Photoshop, Tableau, whatever skill sets and tools you know, include that. Next thing which you won't believe is possible is Instagram. Create videos about the skills that you have learned. If you have learned Photoshop, create a video on how you use Photoshop. Create videos on that. Instagram is not just a, casual medium. It can act for you as a portfolio. If you want to showcase to people that you're good in data analytics, your Instagram profile can showcase that. If they have pictures and videos of you analyzing some data, if they have pictures and videos of you working on WPX, you don't need to even create resumes, you can just have an Insta profile, share the Insta link. That's it. Everybody who uses Instagram, please, apart from your photographs of travel, partying, friends, socializing, please include photographs of the skill sets that you use, that you're good at, while you're using those skill sets. And the best medium here, or let's say I'll come to the best later, the next medium is Fiverr and Upwork. Just go to fiverr.com, just go to upwork.com. They'll ask you to create your profile. There are people, there are clients, companies from throughout the world who are looking for interns, who are looking for freelancers with specific skill sets. Just write on Fiverr and Upwork, what do you know? The skill sets that you already know. That's it. And the best medium, of course. I think I've covered this multiple times. If you don't have a LinkedIn profile, create it today. Mention the skill sets that you're good at. Mention the skill sets that you have, that you know how to implement. And you will start getting messages, Create post describing that skill sets. Create post talking about that skill. Even if it is as basic as Facebook ads, just keep writing about it. Whatever you'll know. But first you learn, not without learning, okay? People will know, all the professionals, all the good people from corporate industries are hanging out on LinkedIn, are hanging around there. That is how you can showcase to them through LinkedIn that you are good in these skill sets, right? Ways to earn: pitch yourself as a freelancer, internship, they can call it anything, part-time jobs, and then a few interesting things, which is online teaching. If you know a skill, you can also teach a skill. So if you know something, if you've learned Photoshop, just say that you can teach Photoshop. Just write it on Instagram. Anybody wants to learn Photoshop, they can contact me. 1, 2, 3 days, keep posting about it. There would be people who would want to learn Photoshop, Online teaching is an amazing, amazing way, especially when you're a student. Teach it to your juniors. You can make money there. Online teaching is an amazing thing. So you can use, even if you're good at subject, in a school subject, just start tuitions, online tuitions. You will get students. Next thing to do when you are looking for ways to earn is, the best way that I've found here, the easiest way is work for your own college. If you know graphic designing, just check with your college. They will have a social media page and they will have an agency. Just say that I'll design the creatives for the college now. I'll do this. I'll help you out in the admission process. I will just go to your college, just go to your authorities and say you're looking for part-time earnings. This is the skill set that you have. Your college, your own institute is the best way, the best way for you to earn, That's the best way for you to start with, right? And then of course, once you move ahead, once you move forward, remote jobs. There are multiple companies and these companies are actually increasing nowadays. The amount of the quantity of companies, the number of companies who are giving remote jobs, that is work from home jobs, work from campus jobs. You decide the timings for yourself. If you know graphic designing, if you know email marketing, if you know data analytics, you have got amazing remote jobs which you can pursue to earn money, right? Just visit a website called virtualinternships.com. Just visit a website called virtualinternships.com. They will tell you like everything about remote jobs, remote internships, work from home, work from campus, everything about that. That is all that I wanted to share with you today. We did cover the skill sets, the basic skill sets, or rather we started with unlearning. Do away with psychological occupancy first. Start learning new skill sets. And the rule for learning a new skill, the rule for learning a new skill is learn, implement, and repeat. First learn, then implement. Without implementation, the learning is not complete. You cannot just watch a video on Photoshop and say, I know Photoshop. You need to implement. Whatever mistakes you do, you repeat, you learn it again, and then you implement again. That is how you learn a new skill. So these are the skill sets that you can learn to actually start earning money in college. This is where and how you can learn them. And this is how you can pitch that you have these skill sets, that you know these skill sets. And this is how you can earn using those skill sets. Do focus on remote jobs, amazing prospects in the coming times. That's it from my side.